talking about, and y'all heard it with y'all own ears. You got motherfucking AI. It did that in the third, and oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about like Gunna ratted from saying yes ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a rat by saying shit? They said Roscoe the bust up.
I know y'all love Thug, and I love y'all. But y'all just bear with me. I'm finna destroy Young Thug. He will not be able to rap no more. Would it? Be quiet.
After another new piece of Young Thug snitching in an interrogation room has been released, another rapper has just turned on him like 21 Savage. He just unfollowed Young Thug on Instagram after it was announced another clip of Young Thug in an interrogation room is going viral. Thug said, quote, "Promises, I made promises." What a tweet. "Well, I lied to the feds for real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you're gonna have to go through what me and Gunna went through, and we're waiting on that gospel album, twin." As Ralo is mocking Young Thug for tweeting just 2 weeks ago, "If you're a rapper and you rat, you just gotta go gospel." Now Young Thug would actually respond to Ralo. He would say, quote, "You see, the difference between me and you is one of your friends said you didn't lie. You actually told on real people. You said that someone actually did something that they were arrested for. I made an honest mistake, saying that we sold Lil Wayne stuff to try to prove to the detectives that we wasn't beefing with them. See the difference? And let's not forget, you told Fannie Willis you would take the stand on me and Lucci in our case just to get out of jail." Shortly after, DJ Academics would then confirm Young Thug snitched, but nobody should care.
Man, I ain't gonna cap with y'all, man. Listen, I'm having a absolute blast. Now, here's the thing. I'm a civilian. And I think rappers don't realize that most civilians don't care about snitching. We really don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I listen to King Von, I listen to I don't want to people, and I don't care about I don't even like I don't like criminals, but I listen to the music. I'm watching the street right now. They're going through, yo, everybody, yo, they're having crisis management teams trying to figure out, yo, they're fighting for their lives right now, man. Yo, who's a snitch? Who's not a snitch? It's a snitch off. This is great. Yo, I love when street have to prove themselves to us. Because we watching like, we really don't care, but sure, crash out, go ahead.
But this would be only the beginning. Charleston White would react to this, being extremely excited for the downfall of Young Thug.
Say, listen, I prophesied this. Right now, say TCV is looking at all these old videos. I told y'all Young Thug would go tell it. I told y'all.
I'm always willing to bet with any rapper. If they keep Young Thug locked up 6 more months in the conditions he in, he'll tell to get out of jail too. They keep him 6 more months, locked up in them conditions like that there, he'll tell to get out of jail too. He about ready to break.
I told y'all, I am the new prophet. I thought, man, what is he doing talking? A 2-hour interrogation, and you mad at Yak got it. You mad at Gunna. Gunna don't have no interrogation tape, and everybody mad at Gunna. This is what I tell y'all, hip-hop is fake.
However, Charleston White would not be done here. He would then double down, saying that he's about to go destroy Young Thug, and he appreciates Gunna for what he did.
Say, listen, Atlanta, I know y'all love Thug, and I love y'all. But y'all just bear with me. I'm finna destroy Young Thug. He will not be able to rap no more. Would it? Be quiet. Ralo, you know they wrong for how they did you. Lil Baby, you might as well stop hanging with Thug. Gunna, don't talk, just stay back. Let me get this, I got y'all. Can't nobody beat me. I'm finna destroy. Swear to God. Thanks, come on now. Don't.
However, it would be this moment when the world would stand still, when YSL Mondo would hop on IG Live speaking about the Young Thug snitching video being leaked online, giving an inside look of somebody in the YSL camp on their feelings of Young Thug.
I just beat him off a Rico. Come home, still talking about, oh, rat, da-da-da. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your... Bro, cause you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence in a Rico and came home and minded your business and been humble. But instead, you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch. But that ain't the key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on there talking about, and y'all heard it with y'all own ears. You got motherfuckers AI. It did that in the third, and oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about like Gunna ratted from saying yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a rat by saying shit? They said Roscoe the bust up. And then a nigga Roscoe did 10 years behind this, and you just got on the internet tomorrow didn't rat on you? Boy, so brainwashed, it's sickening. Y'all need daddy figures, and y'all just be sitting back waiting on something good, waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around, maybe they'll put me on, maybe a nigga, I can get some out. Roscoe, you the worstest, twin. You worse than the rat itself. You did 10 years, twin, behind Roscoe. You did 10 years behind me, brother. And you just come on the internet and didn't tell on you when everybody just heard this man say your name a few times? You feel me?
As with the entire rap industry now going against Young Thug, dissing him and unfollowing him, YSL Woody would come out and start going at PeeWee Roscoe, exposing him for having a deep secret. When PeeWee Roscoe tried defending Young Thug, Woody wasn't having it.
And PeeWee, don't forget about that story. When you said it out your own mouth, how you did with that trans. PeeWee Roscoe, you know well not to mention me, boy. You know I ain't got no sense. I ain't got no damn screws in my head, boy. You remember we was at the Sky House? Me, you, and Thug was sitting in the car, and that damn swap past, and Thug tapped you and said, PeeWee, what's up with that? And you told Thug how you stuck your lean up in it. Don't get me started.
As with the YSL label then crumbling down, things only got worse from here. His own people would start listening to the interrogation even further, music, and then just got exposed for being a rat. Tough scenes. This left Young Thug crashing out on IG Live with what seemed to be his entire rap career crumbling.
We ain't even talk about these fake guys and fake houses with these pools. You can get put out of in the next 2-3 years and all that cheese. We ain't even finna talk about none of that. Like, that is the topic of, I guess. Yeah, your spot out right now. You gonna put it on Instagram. I bet you put it on Instagram. Yeah, your house out. On God. You blocked from your page. I'm on your from my fake page. Can't about to black me. I still said you post a picture. That ain't me on that picture. Lane green. The whole world been thinking that too, man. I'm gonna say something about that, man. That ain't me with that skirt on with that hat. The man said he got more hits than me and Kendrick. Bro, your ain't got more hits than Kendrick, and you ain't damn sure ain't got more hits or anthems than me. You hard, why you tripping? And I ride past your house for sale sign up. Now you done went and took your whole money and put down on that goddamn house out there, man, and you couldn't finish paying it off. Now the lady that came took her shit back. Now your stupid gotta sell it.
However, DJ Academics would then speak on the situation where he would try to reveal that he did when he snitched. Even though Gunna ratted, many don't care because his music is really good. But then everything changed when PeeWee Roscoe would react, saying that Young Thug didn't snitch. It read, PeeWee Roscoe addresses Young Thug, supposedly telling on him in an interrogation video.
Politicking, man. Jeff clean as Listerine, man. Clean as Ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in the interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we say the Wayne Carter. What's wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? No, a statement is this right here. Lineup selective. That's him. He did that. He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do. A real street. Kept it solid. Kept it overly real. You feel what I'm saying? Really tried to pull me out the hole. So, I don't, you feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the PR now, y'all don't remember when I was locked up. Now, let me just show you how the PRs and the internet selective politics. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it real. When I was locked up and Jeff was locked up, we went viral when they was like, that's the type of friend you want. He was like, man, Roscoe ain't told y'all that thing. Yeah, that's the beauty there. That's the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like all those, everybody is in the stateroom, in the interrogation room, and they gave statements.
Making many fans believe that Young Thug may have wired him some money to come out and say that he didn't snitch. Because immediately after Roscoe released the video, Young Thug tweeted, they didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. #RatWare. But here's where the story gets really interesting. You may remember in the YSL RICO trial, the prosecutors did want to use evidence against Young Thug that related to the tour bus incident with Lil Wayne, which is what started the entire mess. Now, a report shared during the trial, Lil Wayne might be called to testify in Young Thug's ongoing YSL RICO trial about the 2015 tour bus incident.
There's no confrontation as to it.
It's not testimonial, Judge.
It's got to be relevant, and it's got to be for a particular purpose. Now, I'm telling you, if you get Mr. Carter in here, then you'll solve a number of your problems.
That was the judge telling the prosecutors they need Lil Wayne to testify and confirm that the evidence is true. The prosecutors claimed Young Thug created the hit for Lil Wayne's tour bus in 2015. They even went as far as to bringing the bus driver to the stand, where a report shared a tour bus operator for rapper Lil Wayne started to get emotional while recalling the moments at the bus in 2015. The operator said that he retired following the incident, where rapper Young Thug is being sued by the witness and is facing RICO charges in this case.
Tell the jurors what happened once you got on 285.
Once I got on 285, within minutes, that's when that car came along and started at the bus.
Are you able to discern where the coming from? Is it coming from the front of the bus, the back of the bus, or somewhere else?
They started at the back of the bus. They my engine, my radiator, and just started all down the side of the bus.
And at the time, did you have those passengers? Were those passengers that came out of the club, were they still on your bus as this bus is being up?
Yeah, they were back there screaming on the floor.
But Lil Wayne, he never showed up to the YSL trial to testify, making many fans believe that's exactly what you're supposed to do, which is the complete opposite of what Young Thug did. But here's where the story gets extremely concerning. The entire situation all began with Gunna's new album, which goes and reads, "The Last One." He tweeted it as an announcement, but Young Thug replied, "Nobody wanna hear that stuff." This rubbed Gunna the wrong way. He would post on his IG story before deleting, "Just be quiet, bro. I don't mess with you no more. You unfollowed me because you're not on the album." As the name The Last One for the album is because this is Gunna's last album to finish out his contract with YSL, Young Thug's label, meaning Young Thug won't be able to sit back and collect royalties off of Gunna's music anymore, which resulted in Young Thug sharing a snippet at a club party that he was at, because in his eyes, if Gunna released new music, so should he.
Young Thug ain't even doing subliminals. He's just straight up name. Hear this. He said, "Yeah, Gotti, he tricked me for some years. I ain't know that was telling." And then he says, "The only reason I with you, Gunna, it was because of Troop." Now, Troop is like some other Atlanta. And supposedly that's how the story of how he kind of meets Gunna. But Young Thug is flat out saying it. I don't rock with these rats. That's what he's saying. He believe they're cooperants, okay? Now, you know, there's a tasteful way to do it in music, and there's a I don't give a let's crash out drill music type of way, where you just say their names and call them rats.
But there's one glaring issue with this. This is against Young Thug's probation agreement. This led into the news writing, the state of Georgia has filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation and send him back to jail. With the entire rap industry at that moment concerned to Young Thug going back to jail, academics would hop on live explaining the truth.
Gunna's plan, I'm telling you this is a fact. He always thought Thug would be free. But he thought that once Thug got his freedom and didn't get all those years, granted, I think he got let out maybe a year and a half before Thug. He thought Thug would forgive him. Thug would be like, "All right, bro, yeah, you right. Like, what they caught you up on wasn't really, it's all good. You're my mans. You're still." Thug is not letting it go. So Gunna at that point realizes, not only is Thug free, there's no place for me on YSL anymore. And there's no love, and there's no more returning to that friendship. Gunna always wanted to get back together. Thug never wanted to. And now, Gunna has accepted that. What happened is that Gunna had a YSL tattoo. He's now covered it up. You see some flames. This is the new fit Gunna. He's covered up YSL, the snake, and also the word YSL.
This resulted in thousands of fans spamming Young Thug to forgive Gunna for what he did, but it also resulted in many searching through the Atlanta court system for files to see if the police are very close to re-arresting Young Thug, which is when they found the new evidence of him snitching. As on top of the new snitching interrogation being leaked online, so did the new evidence file the feds are adding to bring to the court system to try to get Young Thug back into jail for breaking his probation. In this file, it shares lyrics from his song Money on Money, where Young Thug before the release also dissed a woman police officer, the same girl Gunna made his plea deal with.
What Young Thug did to have and this is how you know this 4PF is real. Young Thug posted the woman. This is Marissa Vivierdo. He said, biggest liar in the DA office. He posted her, okay? And then he also reposted, all my homies hate Vivierdo. Now, this is someone who is a officer of the law. This is someone who is a government official. When you do that and you're under probation, the government is gonna be like, oh, you sending a smoke signal that people should hurt this woman? That's why they're doing a motion to revoke his shit. Why did he do this? Because she's testifying in the OMF case and she's basically saying, yo, OMF and 4PF, Lil Baby and them, they're beefing and is dying and indictment's finna come down.
As on top of this, Young Thug would rap in his song Money on Money, these guys telling for nothing and I gotta be the one calling them friends, where Gunna made a plea deal with that woman police officer shared in the video. Trying to save himself, knowing this would be used against him to break his probation, Young Thug would speak about it in an interview.
I just like to help people, you know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah. I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
But sadly, the interview didn't help him at all. The news wrote, Young Thug's legal troubles continue to bother him. The Atlanta police target him well after being released from jail. As it was announced, Academics speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations are a setup for the court to put Young Thug back into jail, explaining that it was all a setup for Thug to eventually fail, then go to prison for 20 years. But in reality, when you think further, did the feds leak the snitching interrogation video, knowing Young Thug would then crash out and break his probation?
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, me is like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about again. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody know Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
But right when you thought Young Thug was the only one at fault here, a report shared, Black 100 says he also has 2 hours of footage of Gunna telling on Young Thug in an interrogation room.
Hey Gunna, listen, I'm putting it together. I'm gonna give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some time though, Gunna, for you to go ahead on and confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah, guess who got it? 2 hours? Boy, you was in there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let him record him. You know what I'm talking about.
Charleston White would then confirm all of the new snitching evidence, saying that after reading through the court files, he admires Gunna for snitching to get out of the case.
Gunna is out of prison. I never thought I would be happy to say y'all, Gunna is out of prison. Now, I'm glad he got out by telling. I think that was smart, Gunna. I'm a Gunna fan now. I'm gonna tell.
Where Charleston White would then even double down, saying that he would have done the exact same thing.
I wouldn't say what Gunna did was a snitch, because Gunna's not a he made a confession.
As the new police file against Young Thug was then created in the Atlanta court system this week, you tell me if this is enough evidence to confirm that he violated his probation. They noted that only 1 week into being released, Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats," with the name Wham referring to rapper Lil Baby. Lil Baby has been firm on dissing Gunna for snitching out of the trial early, as Lil Baby responded, "We should." The next day, Thug tweeted, "Gunna, stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you." This got the attention of Gunna and his brother, who tweeted, "Trust and believe, the feeling is mutual." Later on that night, Young Thug linked up with T.I., posting an Instagram story where he clearly says he's home and did it the right way out, sneak dissing Gunna.
Hey man, what you gotta tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my right.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
Also added into the court file was information from a DJ Academic stream where he got told that Young Thug was making several calls with rappers while he was in jail, where Young Thug was telling rappers to all avoid Gunna.
The streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to. Or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby. There's a few other rappers that just won't call their names, just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start not fucking with Gunna, speaking out. They're chilling away. Thug got out. Gunna kind of hot. Ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunna, but
this would then get the attention of Gunna finally, who would respond through his lawyer. He would write, "I was Gunna's attorney, but I am not speaking on his behalf. This long post is solely to set out the truth. Gunna did not cooperate. He did nothing and said nothing to affect Young Thug's case."
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrant and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
He spent 8 months in jail and was released in December after entering an Alford plea. Gunna's plea deal could not be used at Thug's trial, and he was never named as a witness. Over the last 2 years, from media outlets, Gunna performed all around the world. He achieved international fame and success and earned millions of dollars. Conversely, Thug went to trial. He spent 30 months in jail and received 15 years of probation. Those that have continued to badmouth Gunna get over it, enough said. This made Tekashi 6ix9ine react, who lost his entire rap career after being labeled as a snitch. Meanwhile, Gunna is completely fine.
He just implicated YSL being so now he's home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying, I'm a record label.
However, Gunna's plea deal didn't only affect Young Thug's life, but it also affected his other best friend, Lil Baby, where it would be tweeted, "Once y'all learn the effects of Gunna snitching in that YSL Rico trial, then you'll realize why Thug and Baby will never be cool with him again." As I was able to find the reason why. The Atlanta police wrote, the head of Georgia's PD Council's team unit says that his office is preparing to defend against a potential 4PF Rico, with the official paperwork name-dropping Lil Baby.
I'm gonna tell you some things that you're gonna have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were gonna get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay, we got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Von died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. You doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county state watch.
But what's even more concerning was they had a court hearing for the potential 4PF RICO case where the police mentioned the evidence. An investigator wrote, Investigator Vivriero is on the stand. We are listening to wiretap calls. Someone mentioned that Lil Baby had tickets on some people's head. This means that Lil Baby placed money to have people dealt with, similar to Lil Durk's M for Hire.
Like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't even like that, man. Them got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unk, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unk.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders?
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by a price? What do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harm. Or
and who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
The investigator who obtained the wiretap call, Investigator Vivriero, is the same lady that Young Thug dissed earlier on in this video. And it's the same lady Gunna made his plea deal with. Do you believe Young Thug snitched, or do you think Gunna did? Comment down below who you believe and leave a like on the video if you'll still listen to all of their music. I'm curious of how many of you will.